Hey everybody, I was just going to make myself a quick lunch before I leave the house. Today is my day off, and I wanted to just share how quickly I can make something that I really don't even have to cook anything for. So just wanted to share it with you while I was making it. This is an example of hard-boiled eggs that you could purchase at Deer Burgers, and Fresh Thyme and Whole Foods sell them as well. These are cage-free organic eggs, so you can get them already hard-boiled, so it's kind of an easy way to not have to prep anything. So I'm going to start with just 3 eggs, and I'll take those 3 hard-boiled eggs, kind of set them aside here. And what I'm looking to do is to first take I just break it up to where I throw my yolks in here at first. And then I am going to use some avocado mayo for this. So I'm going to fork down these yolks a bit. Okay. Kind of get them. Now you could use a hand mixer if you really wanted to make this kind of have a deviled eggs kind of taste to it, but I'm not really that worried about that. So let me just touch my screen here. There we go. I'm not really too worried about that, so I'm just going to fork this down, kind of get this all crumbled up. So I've got my egg yolks crumbled up. Again, I just bought the eggs already hard boiled, so I really am not really working that hard at this. And then I'm going to take my spoon here, and I've got the Primal Kitchen Avocado Mayo. This is bought at O'Fallon Nutrition. And I'm going to take a little bit of that Primal Kitchen Avocado Mayo. Throw that in there. And I'm definitely going to want to salt and pepper this pretty good. When I use the salt, like I tell you in all my other videos, I use Celtic sea salt, or you can use pink Himalayan sea salt. And this would be how I would make deviled eggs too. Just salt and pepper that. Now, before I start chopping up these egg whites, I want to do a little bit of sauteed broccoli with it. So I've got my pan heated up a little bit. I'm going to throw some avocado oil in here. And all I'm using is just a basic standard skillet. There's nothing fancy to this skillet. I've just heated it up. I'm going to put my avocado oil in it. I think I heated it up a little bit too much, so I'm letting it calm down for a second. And then all I'm going to do is throw this whole entire bag of chopped broccoli. Now, I buy this chopped, and it's so much easier to digest when it's chopped because it doesn't bloat your stomach, and it's not as difficult for it to be broken down. So I always buy this already chopped. And then I also take a digestive vegetable enzyme that I get from O'Fallon Nutrition before I even eat this. So I take the vegetable enzyme before I eat this, and that helps me to be able to break this down even better. So I've got my pan with the olive oil in it, and I'm going to put it on just about medium heat. And I'm going to take this. This is frozen. It has not been thawed. I just take it right from being frozen. And I throw all that chopped broccoli into that. And it's hot. So I'm just going to start moving it around. And when it's kind of got that sizzle like that, I like that because that starts to brown it a little bit for me. So that's why I keep that little bit of sizzle in it. So I'm going to keep kind of moving this around while I'm making my egg salad. I'll keep that on that medium heat. I'm going to throw a little bit more oil in there just so it doesn't end up burning up against the pan. Right, this is my house seasoning. If you go out to YouTube, under Debbie Portell, you can look up my house seasoning video, and that'll tell you how to make this. The original creator of the house seasoning was Paula Dean, but I've added like 3 ingredients to it. So I took her original house seasoning, and I added 3 Debbie ingredients to it, and now I use it for just about everything. So I'm going to take some of this house seasoning, and I'm going to put that all over my broccoli. And that has things like salt and pepper, garlic, onion powder, and it has a little bit of cayenne. So then my broccoli is going to taste like it's really well seasoned, and it's just going to have a good flavor to it. So it's not like I'm just eating plain old steamed broccoli, which is super boring, and people do it all the time. And I know it doesn't taste terrible, but people do it all the time, and they get sick of their food because they're not doing anything really to spice up their food. you know, searing it in the pan like that and then putting that seasoning on there really changes the taste of it. So right now I have my egg yolks, my hard-boiled egg yolks, and then I have my avocado mayo. So I'm just mixing that together, which is what would be the inside of a deviled egg. But I get this all mixed together, so I've got my inside. Okay, and then I'm just going to take my egg whites. Again, I bought these already hard-boiled, so this was not a complicated process. So I'm just going to take these and just start chopping them. It's really your taste preference. You may like these finely chopped. If you have one of those little egg choppers, that would be the easiest thing. I know I have one of those somewhere. I just figured for sake of time and to not have one more thing to clean, I'd just chop it all up real quick. It's not really that complicated to do it. So I'm just going to chop this. And then another thing that I'm going to add to that egg salad, and this is a super convenient option. Dierberg's always sells chopped onion, but they also sell chopped onion and chopped celery together. So I just have this in my fridge at all times, the chopped onion and the chopped celery, or I have just the chopped onion, and I just mix it in with little things like this. That's why I like to keep it in the fridge. I'm going to end up lettuce wrapping this, but another really good way to eat this would be big celery sticks. And if you took those big celery sticks and just chopped them into like this length, you can take your egg salad, you can just sit and eat that egg salad with your celery. So that fiber from the celery would really help to keep you full. So I'm just putting my egg whites back in. Got my 3 whole eggs, putting my egg whites back in there. And then I'm just going to get all this combined. So my yolk mixture, which is kind of like my deviled egg, I'm going to combine that with my whites, and then the celery and the onion mixtures in there. And what's got me blended is that avocado mayo that I got from O'Fallon Nutrition. Put a little bit of salt and pepper on it. I'm going to stir around my broccoli a little bit, which has avocado oil and house seasoning on it. The broccoli is really just to your taste preference. I really like to be patient with my vegetables when I make them, because it's the only carbs that I get in. Oh, John's home. Anyways, there's John. Those are the only carbs that I get in a day. I don't eat starch. I don't have sweet potato. I don't have butternut squash. I don't get to eat things like that. So when I have broccoli, that's it for me. That's my carbs. So I want to savor it and just really make sure it has an extra special taste. That's why I go through the trouble of either roasting it in the oven or putting it on top of the cooktop like this. Are you not going to get a tattoo?
No.
Oh, he was supposed to get a tattoo. So I was making a quick lunch because I was going to go run some errands because he was going to be gone all day long getting a tattoo. So he has an entire arm that he's trying to tattoo at this point in all different types of designs and all different types of tattoos. So every week or every 2 weeks he has to go and get the tattoos so that he can...
Should probably just do a video on it.
So that he can finish his arm. So my point in telling you that about the broccoli and the carbs is that I really just take my time and I let that cook down kind of slowly, because it caramelizes the edges, gets a little crispiness to it, and it really tastes a lot better. So for the lettuce wrap, I've got my lettuce here. And I mean, I honestly would just look at Dierberg's and look at Fresh Thyme. And even Schnucks, they have these already pre-washed in little plastic tubs that you don't have to buy a whole head of lettuce like this, you know. So Sophie does like her food served on top of lettuce. So I don't really mind buying it this way, because whatever, you know, when I get down to the small part of the lettuce, what I do is I just take that lettuce and then I just chop it up, and then I just put all her meat on top of the lettuce. She loves that. So, I don't know. For her, she feels like she's getting to have something special. I have the avocado mayo in here, so I'm not really going to put any guacamole on this, but I do want to add a dash of hot sauce to this. So I'm going to grab my Frank's hot sauce. You could add mustard to this too if you wanted to. A little dash of Dijon mustard. So there's my hot sauce. In fact, I'm going to do that. I'm going to add a little dash of Dijon mustard just to kind of make it a little bit of a different taste. Because that avocado mayo has, it's not spicy at all, but it's not sweet either. So that Dijon mustard will kind of give it a different flavor. And then I'm going to come over here and get my pure Now Food stevia that I get from O'Fallon Nutrition. And all I'm going to do is just put one super tiny spoonful inside with that, inside the egg salad. And all that's going to do is just kind of give it a little bit of a sweet taste, as if, you know, when you have Miracle Whip, there's actual sugar in Miracle Whip. So that little bit of stevia kind of just brings you back to the day where you used to be able to have Miracle Whip before we had to care that there was soybean oil, corn syrup, and a whole bunch of garbage inside our Miracle Whip, and before we realized we were actually having immune responses from the Miracle Whip that we were having. So this kind of reminds me a little bit of being able to have, you know, some Miracle Whip on my sandwich. So I've got my egg salad made. Again, I put my little bit of hot sauce in there at the end just to get a little kick, a little bit of stevia, and a little bit of that Dijon mustard. Now I'm just going to fill it in, and I'll make 2 lettuce wraps out of this, and this is 3 whole eggs. And you know, you could make 4 lettuce wraps out of it if you wanted to, because the lettuce is going to make you feel more full. So it just really just leaves you more satisfied. So here's my lettuce wrap. I'm going to make 1 more, and that's it. That's simple. That's my lunch. Like I said, I was just getting ready to go and run some errands because John wasn't supposed to be home. And so I just wanted to show you how quickly it is just to make a really quick and easy lunch by yourself and just have it done. And I didn't have to cook anything other than this broccoli. And if I wanted to, I could have steamed this broccoli. I didn't even have to cook this broccoli on here. But while I was making my egg salad, I just made my broccoli, which just makes it taste, you know, even better. So avocado oil, remember your Celtic sea salt. Eggland's Best has the cage-free eggs that are already hard-boiled. Fresh Thyme has these as well. Don't forget at Deerberg's, you can get pre-chopped onion and pre-chopped onion and celery. We got the avocado mayo that we ended up buying at O'Fallon Nutrition. We do also sell that at the gym. If you come into the gym, we just now started selling it. And then I've got my head of lettuce and then my Green Giant chopped broccoli. Again, remember, this is chopped broccoli, and it just really helps you to digest it better if you buy it in this chopped version. And then I will take a vegetable enzyme that I get from O'Fallon Nutrition before I eat that, right before I eat that. So just stop into O'Fallon Nutrition, ask them what enzyme Debbie takes. The brand is Enzymatica, and they'll show you. And that really helps for my stomach to not have any issues with eating the broccoli. I eat broccoli and I eat cauliflower every single day, and I never have any problems. So for questions or for more information or more videos and more recipes, go out to my YouTube page. It's Debbie Portell, and hit the subscribe button. When you subscribe, you'll be notified when I have new videos. It usually takes a day or 2 for one of these videos to get put out there. So if you've missed a video in the past, just go out to YouTube and you can look through all those videos. Or if you have a family member that you think would be interested or benefit from having one of these recipes, you can text them that video so that they have it available. If you're struggling with your food and you're struggling with variety in your food, this is what I do. This is what my 5-month nutrition program is. I tell you exactly what to eat. I tell you where to buy it from. I tell you how to prepare it. I give you a cookbook and give you tons of recipes. I tell you what to order when you eat out. If you have to travel, what you should do when you travel. I explain to you any vitamins or minerals that would be necessary, and I tell you exactly how much you should be drinking every day. For more information on that 5-month nutrition program, you can take a look at us at integritytraininggroup.com, or to schedule a free personal fitness assessment with any of our personal trainers at our Clayton, Creve Coeur, or O'Fallon, Missouri location. You can call us at 636-299-2208. I appreciate you all watching. Thank you, and God bless.